Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here in one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call Taking My Community Back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved.
How are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The numbers at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too. Hey, how are you doing? This is the Antoinette Louise Show, and I'm live on TV 61. I hope you're having a fabulous, phenomenal day. I have a phenomenal guest, all my ladies here. This is my girls. We hang out. We have a good time. And today I have a special guest, my good friend. This is Dr. Alice Teague. Honey, she got a profile. Okay, let me see. She is a powerhouse, a visionary, and someone you absolutely need to know. She is none other than Dr. Alice Teague. You've seen her, you've heard from her. She's the dynamic host of the Dr. Alice Show on this platform right here, TV 1061. She's an unstoppable CEO of Spotlight Magazine, and that's her magazine over there. That's okay. That's her magazine. A magazine that's not only making headlines, but dominating across 7 platforms. She is a 3-time #1 bestseller on Barnes & Noble, and she can be found everywhere from Walmart to Google Books, eBay, Strand Bookstore, Better World Books, Indigo Chapters in Canada, Lulu.com, and the list goes on. But she doesn't stop there. This trailblazer here is the director and producer of the sold-out stage play that I was in, The Shadows of Greatness, a show that brought audiences to their feet while standing ovations, and that proved that her creativity knows no limit. I agree. And if that wasn't enough, she's also a mega speaker with Fix My Credit, motivating and empowering people across the nation to rise higher and dream bigger. So today, get ready for wisdom, inspiration, and energy like no other. Because when you meet Alice over here, you're not just meeting a guest, you're meeting a movement, a force, and a name you'll never forget. Dr. Alice Teague right here.
All right. Well, thank you, my good friend, Michelle, we go back a long way. We do go to church together. And actually, our story begins that we met in church. And ever since we met in church, we have been friends ever since. I love her. She was in my play, The Shadow of Greatness play. If you have not seen this play, you need to see it. We got a recall on this play, a demand for this play. We'll be doing this play again in February, Black History Month, February the 20th and the 21st. We are now in the demand. We'll be traveling to Chicago with the Shadow of Greatness play. We have the congressman, and I'm so thankful God has blessed this play. We have the Congressman Danny K. Davis, who is sponsoring us to go to Chicago. So if you have not seen this play, you do need to see this play, the Shadow of Greatness play. We're going to be advertising. I am looking for actors. I'm looking for singers. So if you want to be part of the Georgia, just call 404-418-4125. And as Michelle said, my book, the Spotlight Spectacular Magazine book. If you have not been in my book, Spotlight Spectacular Magazine, you need to get into that book. My magazine is global and national and international. I'm all the way in UK. I'm in Europe. I'm in Australia and in Canada. So if you have not been in this magazine, you do need to be in Spotlight Spectacular Magazine. Let us showcase you. Let us advertise your business. We have sales going on right now for your advertising spot. Also, my new book comes out. It is called Pink Ribbon. It does come out the same time my magazine comes out in October. And then I will have another book following that, and it was called The Woman's Heart. I am also a breast cancer person, so October is very special to me. This will be going on 10 years of me being breast cancer free.
Wow.
I was diagnosed in 2015.
Isn't that awesome?
I had
phenomenal.
my surgery
That is.
in 2016. So breast cancer month coming up is very special to me. And I am so delighted to be on this show with my friends and the rest of my new friends on Phenomenal Woman, because everybody on here is a phenomenal
They
woman.
are.
And that's what we need to do. We need to stick together.
Yes.
We need to grow together, because
Yes.
guess what? When I elevate, I'm going to elevate everybody else.
That's
That's the
what
way
you
I
do.
believe in,
That's
because God did not give me selfishness. He gave me for me to share with other people. It's enough to go around.
There
and
it
if you
is.
can help another sister make it, and I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So once again, thank you for having me on your
No
show, The Phenomenal
problem.
Woman.
So no problem. All of these ladies are phenomenal. Now Ree is gonna be doing. This is Ree.
Hello,
She had
everyone.
today. Tell us about your songs, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I just released a new song today. My name is Ree Still Bloom, by the way, and I am an artist. I'm also a fellow nurse to
Yes.
my
Yes.
friends here, and I released a song. It's called "Practice Makes Perfect." It's a fun song, and it's a line dance that goes to the song. It's just something to get you out there on the floor, and I hope you want to support. I'm at restillbloom.net. And the song is being released today on Apple, iTunes, Spotify,
Awesome.
all of the places. if you wanna
Phenomenal,
purchase it.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
honey. And Paulette has candles. I just increased my order. She looking at me crazy. I said, Paulette. So I took them to church. Everybody was like, wait, what this is? What? So I have no candles left. My daughter came through, got about 10 of them. They're awesome, y'all. So Paulette has a candle line. She got
Smell wonderful.
How many?
Okay, I have about, right now I have 35 fragrances.
What?
Yes. So I've increased my fragrance load just because I've been having a lot of requests for
Yeah.
certain things. So I'm a mixologist. Back in college, I used to be a bartender to help get me through nursing school, right? So I
And
used
she
to
telling me stuff I don't even
Yeah, I
know.
used to
Come on
bar-
and
I-
spill the beans, boo boo.
I
Come on.
did. I used to bartend at night, not for long, maybe about 6 months or so. And I kind of keep the same process with my candles, even though the first part of my degree was a chemist. And then I switched over to nursing.
I ain't know that.
So
oh,
it helps.
My
It
goodness.
helps a lot, with with what I do. I like mixing. I like testing. And like I said before, all my candles are organic, totally. I make my own soy wax. I don't outsource nothing out. I'm a healthcare professional, so I have to make sure that the product I give you is very safe.
Yeah.
It's safe for you. It's safe for a newborn. It's safe for an infant. So if you burn it in your house, it's safe for everybody all around. Your pet, your newborn, your infant, your husband, the wife, the mother and children. And then all my fragrances, all my oils get sent out and get the label stamped to come back for the clean organic
Phenomenal.
scent. So everything I use, just be assured that there's nothing in there that's harmful.
Now that's Paulette on this magazine down here. She was featured on QVC. Them candles are none other. I've bought candles before.
I agree.
Yeah, I've bought candles before. They don't smell like Paulette's, honey. So this is a treat. Where can they get the candles at?
Okay, so you can. I am on. It's called Wax and Wicks Candles. I'm on Instagram. I have a website, which is waxandwickscandle.com. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok Shop. So basically, you just have to plug the name in. Wax is WAX, the letter N, and then IX. Candles. So it's Wax and Wicks Candles.
Okay. Ain't that awesome? All these some bad sisters up in here. Yeah, me.
That's
telling
how
us
I
stuff.
started
I
out.
don't know her for a couple of years. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I started that way, and then I switched over to nursing. So
Oh.
all my sciences was easy beyond that because I already.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mia is a nurse that does special nursing, and it's called wound care. So how long you been doing that, Mia?
About 10 years.
Girl, this girl here can do some serious, because we worked together at one time, and we often kid about it. So one time we had a patient, and Mia light these patients up. They looking for Mia. Is Mia coming today to change my dressing? So this one man, I said, she ain't coming today, Bookie. It's me. I don't want you. I know you don't, but you're getting me today. That's what kind of nurse Mia is. Her patients be happy. Happy when that nurse come in to see them. She brings them joy. Okay, Mia. And Alice, me and Alice, let me tell you about me and Alice. So she told me, we got to learn boots on the ground. We got to learn boots on the ground. So me and her go to Black Market, black people, and they had this boots on the ground thing where they were teaching how to do boots on the ground. So I paid my admission. She come waltzing through there. I said, you can't come in. You ain't paid. Oh, I don't pay. Come in. Oh, okay. And she
got
didn't
the
pay. I've been paying my money, and that's how she started me with boots on the ground. She was like, come on, we got to learn this for the play. And she had another lady that for her play, intermission, we were doing boots on the ground. So that's how I learned boots, because I didn't know what they was talking about. What you talking boots on what ground? What are y'all talking?
Yeah, line dancing is real popular this year.
Oh, my God. So now I know boots on the ground. Today, we're going to have
And today you're going to do practice makes perfect.
Ree has a song. You didn't hear what she said. She said her song is on Spotify, and I'm so proud, Ree.
Thank you.
She has a song. She sings like a songbird. I got to talk to you. I want you to do some songs for me for this show. But anyway, we're going to do it after our break. She's going to show us how to do, what do you call this dance?
Well, I call it Still Blooming, but it's Practice Makes Perfect is the name of the song.
So it's
so when you hear that song, you know to do that dance.
Okay. So she created a line dance, and it is awesome. Practice makes perfect. Now I'm gonna be stumbling behind her, okay? But I'm just letting you know, 5 minutes ago is how I learned the steps. So I ain't that. But anyway, we're gonna do that after the break. But today, I didn't tell you what my quote for today is, my scripture for today. My quote for today is, God got a dog in that fight. I don't care what you're going through, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching. Don't you never think that God ain't in the mix, because he is. But you don't know it. You can't see it. You can't hear him. You can't feel him. But I want you to know that he's there. I'm going to tell you how I know it's because I lived that life. Born, raised in the hood, mama drunk, dad missing. I'm telling you I was messed up. But God in his mercy and grace thought it about me, and look at me now. So I would have never seen, you couldn't have told me that. God got a dog in a fight for you. And the verse for today I love it, is that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. What
Michelle,
y'all know about that?
Michelle, I want to tell you something. With that, what you said, I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. My niece, when she was about 4 years old, we went over to my brother's house for a Sunday dinner. I went over there, and he lives in Covington. So my niece was trying to move the table so to put me another seat there. And she was 4. And I said to her, Shaw, you can't move that table. You're too little. And she goes, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me in Paulette.
My God.
And do you know she pushed that table? And I said, well, go ahead then.
Okay.
You know, at 4 years
love
old,
it.
she said to me, so every time I hear that quote or that verse, I think about my niece, Shaw, that said that to me at 4 years old.
4 years old. That's a
Train up a child in the way they should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't depart from it.
It is so true, because my great-grandmother raised us in the church. But this is the new thing here I want to mention. Alice is having a dating game. If you are single and you want to meet some eligible men here in Atlanta, Alice is going to have that on her show. She also has a show, the Dr. Alice Teague Show. You can look it up under TV 61, and that'll be next month, right?
Next month, yes.
Okay, so I got a man. Okay, I can't be on her show, but I'll be helping. But I'm hoping that if y'all are interested and it goes well, she'll continue to do that, because we need that. You know, you don't have a lot of choices. Yeah, you ain't got no choices. It's not a lot of men out here. Well, they have a lot of men out here, but good men. Eligible men. Yeah, those are far and in between.
men.
Serious.
Serious.
That's going to be very
God-
nice.
Intentional.
God-fearing men.
God-fearing. That's right.
We were talking about that on the way.
Powerful men.
Yes.
Phenomenal men.
Phenomenal men. We were talking about
Strong
that
men.
on the way.
Men that can be your covering.
Yes.
And know how to pray.
Yes.
Someone
And
that can
cooking.
provide for you
Yes.
and will take care of you and will treat you like you're
Because,
supposed
let me
to be
tell you,
his queen.
The women
All
got it
right.
twisted. The man ain't supposed to take care of you. I don't know where y'all getting that stuff from. The Bible say when you got a wife, telomere.
A man that findeth a wife findeth a good
Good
thing.
thing.
And not only does
Woo!
he find a good thing, but he obtaineth favor
Woo!
in the Lord.
God, I'm done preaching.
But that
Okay,
doesn't
y'all.
mean that he's not supposed to take care of you. Where in that does it say
Yeah,
that?
say that.
Okay, you're the husband, you're the provider.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you're right. The women do have it twisted because the women are out here taking care of these men.
Shut up.
Right, that's
Okay,
right, that's right.
I
And,
know
it's
a
not-
lot
and
of
just
them.
like
That's
me,
right.
The
said,
man is supposed to be your covering.
Well, just
He's
like-
your covering. He's the one that's praying for you. The woman is the one that's watching.
Yes.
And got the man's back because the man is supposed to be going forward.
Correct.
And she's looking and she's praying and she's seeing and she's using her discernment as he moves.
Well, let me just
I
add
love it.
something to that. The Bible also says the man is the head of your household.
Say it.
So if the
Say it.
man cannot lead that household, he cannot make a good decision for you.
That's
and
it.
So I was brought up from old school that a man is. See, I still believe in a man supposed to open your door. I still believe in a man supposed to take his hat off when he's at a table.
Absolutely.
That's just my belief. And so when you are a man, you're supposed to be a covenant. You're supposed to protect that woman so she doesn't want anything. And then it goes back, women, you're supposed to protect your man. I came from a family. I've got a lot of brothers and sisters, 13 of them, matter of fact.
Wow.
And we come from a big family. But my father, he took care of my mother was in politics, and that's why I'm into politics. And that's why I'm who I am now, because they said I'm like her. But she would go home, even from her politics days, she would cook his biscuits. She had the best biscuit in the world. But he would make sure that she had a roof over her head and that he took care of what he's supposed to do. And I'm just the same way. If I'm going to get into a marriage, my husband is supposed to take care of me. I'm not going to get in a marriage, and I've been through that. I'm not going to get into a marriage where I got to take care of you. And I believe that through sickness and stuff. But when you have somebody that just don't want to, some people are not marital material. So you got to think about that too.
That's
so when
true.
you get into a relationship, you have to know those values, because once you're married and you have made a commitment in front of God, it's really hard to get out of that. But you have to know who you're marrying, because if you marry somebody that don't want to be married, I don't care what you do,
it ain't gonna work.
But you know what? I really think too, during the dating
process,
women look at dating as, oh, I'm getting a free meal. He's taking me out. He's doing this. We're going here and going. And not really looking at this man and vetting this man to see the signs, because the signs are there. At the minute he gets comfortable, he's going to let his hair down and he's going to show you who he is.
Yes,
but you miss it. You miss that side. You miss
red flags.
But they miss them because they're so caught up in the material things that the man is giving them.
Ooh, can I say P. Diddy? Ooh.
You're giving, you're giving, you know, I'm taking you out. Oh,
right.
He took me from here to Florida on a dinner date.
Correct.
He took me here, but you're not looking at the core person, because they can change a lot of things.
Characteristics
Right.
of the person.
They can change a lot of things, but that
character.
His character.
You can even change that, Michelle, but you can't change your character, but the personality, you can't change. You can't change that.
One thing that we have to do, and my preacher, Dr. Richard Barclay, I love him. He did a subject on necessary ending. Sometimes you have to make sure that you are almost about to let go, because sometimes you got to have a necessary ending. And what I mean about a necessary ending, that it's got to end if it's draining you, if it's making you sick, if it's making you where you're not developing with that partner. You have to say, this is one of those necessary endings.
But you know what?
You got to have a necessary ending.
It don't even have to get to the point where it's making you sick or draining you, because I'm not going to be in something. But before it gets to the point where I'm sick and draining, you're out the door.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because I'm going to pick up on what it is I need to pick up on. Okay?
But that's only if you're not broken.
Right.
I've been in relationships. All the red sign, the flashes will light.
But Michelle, if you're broken, you need to not be dating. You need to be working
on
your. You need to be working on yourself.
But you don't know you're broken.
You need to
Some
be
women
fixing
don't
that
know they're broken.
Well,
I didn't know.
That's true.
I didn't. But my family told me. My friends told me something wrong with you. I got offensive. I'm like, something wrong with me? Yes. You keep getting the same type of abusive, narcissistic.
Well, see, there's a thing that's called stuck on stupid, and I'm not
that's
saying
me.
that. I'm not saying
it's
that you
me.
were
I
stupid.
admit to mine.
Some
I was
people are
stupid.
just stuck on stupid. They
I
think
was
that
stuck
they
on
gotta have
stupid.
this man. They gotta be in love with them, and
that's
they
it.
don't care. They don't. They have
That's
low
true. That was me.
self-esteem, and they just want to be in a relationship,
That was me.
or they just want to say, "Hey, I got a man." Whether that man is worth 2 cents or
'Cause
$5
that's
million.
it.
And you know, you're absolutely right, because. Okay, for instance, there's a person right now that I work with, and she was always throwing around my husband, my husband, my husband. Always. She always, my husband, my husband, my husband.
They were married.
Huh?
You found out they were
No,
married.
they're married. They're married. My husband, my husband, my husband. And I don't know, Alice, you know, I don't know if what it was that she was trying to gain from always throwing her husband in the forefront. And until the other morning, we got ready to get off of work, and I'm a nurse, so all of us except
Alice.
Alice.
Yeah.
But I was getting off of work, and her husband, I went outside to take my heater to my car because we can't have them in the building. I'm telling on myself.
You can't have it.
I'm telling on myself, but I was cold, so, whatever. So there was a man sitting out there in her car, like standing by her car. And I went inside and I told her, I said, "There's a man by your car." And she said, "Oh, that's my husband." I said, "But I saw your car out there last night." And I worked a night shift, 7 p to 7 a in the morning. And I said, "But your car been out there all night." Because whenever I would walk by, I would kind of peep out because my car is out there. So I kind of look out for the cars in the parking lot or what have you. And she said, "Yeah, I know." And I said, "So he stayed in your car
All night?
And she said, "Well, right now, we're looking for a place and this and that and the other." They don't even have a roof over their head.
Oh.
They don't have a roof over their head.
So wait a minute. Wait.
Terrible.
Okay.
Homeboy.
Ask the question.
Homeboy. Wait. Homeboy.
Ask the question, Michelle.
Okay, I'm
Ask
done.
the question. No, ask the
done.
question. Ask the
So many
question.
questions.
Michelle.
This is the thing.
Ask the question.
This is the
But we
thing.
can't do
I'm
that.
done.
A man
I'm done.
should not have a woman in a car. That's number one. A man can get a job in a car wash. He can get
Picking
a job
up trash.
at McDonald's. Pick it up.
I
There
don't
is
care.
no
McDonald's.
excuse. Now,
See, that's-
this is where you go to. I'm in love. I'm stuck on stupid
Stupid. Yeah.
because of the fact I just want a man
A
around
man.
me.
You know what
But-
I'm saying?
yeah.
This woman is in her early 40s. She's not a teenager. She's not 19 and 20 where they're young and in love and trying to make it and what have you, okay? So that's my point exactly. If I am going to be sleeping out of my car,
Absolutely.
and I mean people have done it and have gone on to have
I
great
used to do it,
success.
but I was alone by myself.
But
So-
there's no way I'm gonna be sleeping in my car with a man.
With a man.
There
But
is
the-
absolute- I
with
don't
a man.
care
But
what.
many
Right.
times
Okay,
I
well,
have
I'm
found
saying that some
many-
things do happen.
Right,
But
finish.
while she is working, what is he doing? Is he sleeping
Sleeping in her car.
He should be
Okay.
working.
He should be working.
He should
I was gonna say
He should be
making
working.
that.
He should be making. He should be making the bacon, as they said,
Yeah.
because there's no excuse. There's no.
I ain't
You know
doing
what? I watched this YouTube, and this guy is very smart.
It's okay.
Caused me to reevaluate my T-shirt business. He was out there making T-shirts from his apartment, and he was making like $1,000 a day, but he had to hustle. There's no reason. And I have to say that again. There's no reason that a man should not have a hustle.
Reese said
I don't
something
care if
to
it's
say, too.
picking up cans.
I don't
Make
care
that
either.
hustle so that you can provide for your woman.
family.
And I'm surprised that she. But when you're stuck on stupid
And you're
you're in
broken.
love and,
And
you
you're
don't know
broken.
and you're broken, you accept
Well,
these
Ree has
things.
something.
Well, I
And
was
that's
just
why you
saying
don't
that it was
want to
it's a
accept
ride or
certain things.
die mentality. That
That's true.
That
That's true.
stereotype of I have to ride or die.
Oh,
for
I
my
ain't riding
man.
and dying for no
And
man.
But the
that's
thing
what
is,
you
is
see a
that-
lot of
okay.
families in situations together, and you wonder how can we all be down together.
I'm not riding and dying for nobody. I get it. If I'm married and something happens and my husband loses his job or he gets sick or whatever,
That's
I'm
different.
behind him 100% because before that, he was taking care of the family, right?
Right.
I get it. Okay? And if you're sick, then that's even more so that I'm going to support you. If you lose your job, you cannot sit at home. Every single day you need to be on that computer. You need to be sending resume. If I have to help you build your resume, if I have to help you and support you in that way. But there's absolutely no way.
And not be
that
at
you're gonna-
home playing video.
Oh, no,
That
no,
is
no.
that is
No, no,
the
no.
problem
No.
with men.
No, no, no.
If they're not working,
But-
they're playing video.
But
You are too grown to play video. Go out there and get you a job,
And you
because
know what?
remember, you are in a relationship.
This went in-
Remember that you're supposed to love a person, and when you love somebody, you will go out of your way.
This went into another avenue. But what I was trying to say from the beginning was, she kept saying her husband kind of putting him on a pedestal. When you made that comment about,
Yeah, that was the beginning of the
about
story.
the husband is supposed to take care of the family, right? And she kept saying her husband, until I found out
That he was sleeping in.
what her husband would really, because you made another comment saying that these women, they just want to have someone there to say they got a man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I wanted to show that you can have a man, but what good is it?
I wanted to ask the
If he's not
question
supportive.
you guys brought up earlier, and that is about the independent woman or being raised by the independent woman. And do you think that it has an effect
Sure does.
on how the man is going to perceive what his role is in the relationship?
We will be going to our break, and we will be right back. We are going to learn how to do the new line dance by Ree. Thank you.
All right,
See you in a
y'all.
few.
Get ready.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? You have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi.
Hey, how are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The number's at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too.
Okay, the question.
Hey, this is Michelle. I'm sorry, y'all. My name is Antoinette Louise Joy. I'm the author of The Phenomenal Woman, and this is my TV talk show. So before we went to break, Ree was telling us about the ride or die women. So what are you saying
And
about
I
this?
was asking, the question that I had was, do you think that people who are raised by independent women, will that be have an effect on how his role is perceived as a provider, or as, if I'm raised up by an independent woman, will I expect the to take care of my spouse if I was raised by somebody who was independent, or will I expect her to take care of me?
Okay,
I can
Paulette.
answer that. So I was a single woman for a long time, a single mother for very long, for
Me
years.
too.
For years and years, okay?
Me too.
And I raised two boys. One that wasn't really, I didn't give birth to, but I raised him when my son brought him home in the 6th grade.
Oh.
Brought him home to my house.
Okay.
And I wound up raising him through high school. And then the one that I gave birth to. Okay, so my son that I gave birth to, that I raised from birth, he is now a successful producer. He is now, his wife literally don't have to work, okay, and she don't. She take care of the home. She raised their children, even in even in days like this. Yes, she can maybe do whatever she wants as far as, but he's not looking to her to provide for him. Mm-hmm. He provides for his family. And he was raised by me. Right. He's an independent single woman.
Yeah. Right.
He was raised seeing me sometimes work 3 jobs. Mm-hmm.
Me too.
At some point. Yes. Most of the
too.
time 2 jobs. Because as nurses, we work 2 jobs.
Right.
That's what we do as nurses. You know what I mean?
We do, because the pay ain't
That's
all that
what
to
we
be a
do.
nurse. The work is a lot, but the pay ain't.
And and then my daughter, that I raised from birth, she's independent herself. That even though she doesn't have a husband, she still provides for her children. She has 4 boys, and they all have the expectation that they will be grown.
Which one?
Soon at one day, and they will take care of their family.
One of them, he bad. Which one? The one I like with the DJ girl.
That's Vaughn, DJ Vaughn.
I love him. I'm gonna try to get him on here.
Vaughn,
that thing can,
and he's usually over at Crash Dummy Records.
Oh my
with
God,
my
he is
son.
awesome.
So yeah, but I'm just saying.
So you don't think it has an impact?
I don't think it. I think it has to do with the way you raise your children.
And I want to second that. It does make a difference the way you raise your children. Yeah. I was a single mom. I was married, then I got the divorce, and I was a single mom. doing that time. And as you say, when you're in the medical field, you have 2 or 3 jobs. I was a little bit fortunate because I was a pre-med at 18 years old. I started at one of the biggest hospital, Rush Presbyterian Hospital. I started off as a nurse, and then I finished, and then I became a pathologist. And so that's how I got my doctorate, as being a pathology. But during that time, I did have 2 kids, and I was, single. My daughter today is single, but she's in a relationship, but she's raising her children. She has 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and my grandson, DJ, is a top A student. So it depends on the value, that's what I taught my children is the value. And my son is the same way. When he's with a girl that he calls his girlfriend, he don't let her pay for anything because that's the way his mother taught
the way he
him.
was raised.
And so it's the way you raise. And even though you're independent, it's the way you're raised.
It's the value system
value
that you're on.
raised.
Exactly.
And when you get that value does stick with you.
Right.
And then it carries on
right.
to you. So I just wanted to introduce
the value system.
I love that about both of your sons. I love her son. He's really sweet. And you can tell he's had that training. He's very, yes, ma'am, yeah. I'll be like, oh, where you get that from? My mom. And Paulette's son is the same way. Very humble, nice guy. I like that. What I don't like is when you get a son and he's very disrespectful. He calls women out of their name. I never seen so many young men calling women B's and H's and all. What kind of... It must be the generation
like
they have
I said,
now.
it's the value system that comes from the home.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It starts
It's
at
not
home.
working.
It starts at home.
It really does.
working.
And that's not just a cliche. It starts at home.
It does.
Okay.
I agree.
And we were also discussing on our way here, women disrespecting women,
At
calling them to be name.
Yeah, don't call me the B and the H.
No.
We're going to have a problem because
You're
that's not my
talking,
name.
you're not talking to me.
Right.
Okay, I get you. I wrote a song about it, Mia.
I would act
Actually,
like you're not talking to me.
I wrote a song called "Baller, Influential, Trendsetter, Confident, High Powered."
Okay.
That is the new word for the B word.
The B word.
The B word is baller, influential, trendsetter, confident,
I
high
like
powered.
that.
All right.
And that's the new word that we should use because calling somebody the B word
That
and
ain't right.
and when you hear it from a woman perspective, that just turns you off.
It
and
does.
It's
to
the worst
me,
word
to
that you can call
me,
a
when a
woman.
woman calls another woman a B,
I don't
that's
like that.
disrespecting herself.
I don't like
because
that.
that's not your name. That's not what you was called, and you gotta watch your language
But they do
and
it-
watch your tongue
They
and
do
your
it
mouth.
like a term. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
they
An
do it as
endearment.
like a term of endearment.
Endearment.
To each other.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I mean? That's my B.
Yeah.
That's my.
Yes.
Like how they used to say, "That's my dog."
Right.
That's my B. That Yeah,
Well, I'm not
they
your
do it
B.
as a term of
I'm
endearment.
not your D. I'm not none of those.
Why do you think they do
But
that?
going on to another one. So now we're going to do this new line dance with Ree. So Ree
Okay.
has, her music just came out today on Spotify.
On Spotify,
And she
ReStillBloom.net.
Yes, she has a line dance, which I learned 5 minutes ago, okay? So if I'm stumbling, don't be looking at me all
Like boots on the
crazy.
ground.
Right, like boots on the ground. So it's a real nice, and we're gonna do it on the show.
I'm gonna be doing it with Boo Boo. The doctor told me yesterday we can still do the stand. So let's get on out here. I would love you guys to do it with me.
Well, I'm just gonna go over there.
And it's not hard. It's an easy line dance. That's why.
You gotta come. You gotta come over here, Ree. Ree, you gotta come over here for the camera. Yeah, we're gonna follow you. You gotta get your record. So this line dance is called
It's called Practice Makes Perfect.
Practice Makes Perfect, and it's viewing today live. We're gonna live do Practice Makes Perfect. Now, mind you, we ain't practice. Don't be texting me talking about y'all didn't do the dance. We don't know the dance. We're learning it.
And I'm not a good dancer, y'all. Even though I'm from Chicago.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Practice make perfect.
Mia, you got to come over here to camera. We're going to be doing that camera. You're going to have to put the cameras that way. Come over here, Mia.
Blow up. Have you ever seen
cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cha cha. Cha cha cha. 2, 3, 4. That'll work. That is Ree's new song. Go ahead, Ree. Oh, go ahead, Ree. You did it. We did it. All right. Go ahead, Ree. Oh, look at Ree. Paulette run herself over here. She ain't getting it.
I had to handle the music.
Whatever.
That was great.
You know, I had to make my son proud by taking care of the music part.
All right. That's what you're going with. Yeah, we did. Thank y'all. Thank you, Reed. Please look for her on Spotify. You can also find her on my YouTube channel. All my guests I put on my YouTube channel, Antoinette Louise Joy. It has all the clips that we're viewing, that we're doing now. You can find all mine on that channel. And I'm also launching a kids channel called Anna's Kids Corner.
All right.
We're making cartoons. We're doing kid videos. If you have videos of your kids doing some amazing things, send them to me. You can always send me that, or you can call the station here. Huge. This is my dream. What is yours? If you have a dream, call Felix. I'm sorry. He can make it happen for you, because we're doing things, we're going places, and I promise you that we're going to make an impact on what we're doing and who we're doing it with. So again, we were talking about the impact of raising your kids, how you raise your kids, and the way the men are now. Now, I know for a while when I was married, my husband didn't work. He was broken as well. Never kept a job. I know I'm the only one preaching, okay? Nobody else's husband kept a job, okay, but mine. But anyway, mine wouldn't work. So I'm not getting that mentality. You have a whole family. Why do you feel like you don't need to have a job? I can't get it. But I'm still running into women that say that, well, my man don't work. Why?
The value system, okay?
Why would you allow some man to live in your house and he don't pay the bill? Okay, I'm not getting that, but okay.
Because they allow, you open the door to that.
Right.
You open the door to that,
right,
and then you develop a soul tie. Oof. That soul tie is hard to break.
You mean that demonic tie?
A soul tie.
Yeah. It doesn't actually have to be a demonic tie. Soul ties are basically, okay, you know, when Adam and Eve, they were when God made Adam, they became one flesh.
Right.
And when you become intimate, you become one flesh with that person. And you develop a tie as though you're married. You develop a tie.
True.
And that tie has to be broken. God never meant for us to engage until we were married, because He said that Adam and Eve, they became one flesh.
Which is true, and
they do become one flesh.
Mia, what about the ones that are married that allow that to happen?
True.
You know what I mean? Just like with this young lady here at work, with her husband sleeping in the car while she's working.
She's broken.
But like he should be at a job in a warehouse somewhere. Right. If you can't find
what happens to the point?
She's broken.
What happens to the point if a man doesn't eat? And then the man doesn't work. I'm sorry.
The Bible says
he doesn't eat.
God said.
And so this is the theory, and this is the concept that women have to get. And then two.
Well, let me just say
why buy the milk when you can get the cow free?
Well, let me just say
that's a thing.
That's
that
right.
Yes,
let me just say one thing before you leave that thought about if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat.
Absolutely.
It's in the Bible.
Right.
It says, by the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread.
Right.
Okay? That's what it said. By the sweat of your brow.
Right.
Meaning your works.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And I think we are alluding a little bit to pimp,
a woman
the pimp
should
mentality.
Not let a man depend on her.
Yeah.
If that man is not working, I'm sorry.
Send him back to his mama.
That's
Send him back to his
pimpology.
mama. He's got to get out of
That's
my
what that
house.
is.
I'm
Send him
telling
back
you.
to his mama.
I am not raising no grown man. I'm sorry.
Right.
I've got a son.
That's a
I am
pimp.
not raising no
First
grown
of
man.
all,
and if
That's
you
not-
allow that to happen, you cripple yourself.
That's
not
right.
only that, you cripple the man
And you
that's
become
with
an
you.
you become an enabler.
Absolutely.
Right.
What you were saying,
Absolutely.
Ree?
Pimpology 101.
Not pimpology. Because ain't that what it is?
That's what
you out
to me-
working, he's sitting at home watching
Absolutely.
TV,
Absolutely.
going in the freezer, getting the meat out and cooking and eating and laying back, and you at the job.
Right, because he doesn't
I
have to worry
can't even-
about
I
have
can't
to worry
even
about
fathom
anything
that.
because
It happens every day.
I can't. I can't even fathom
That's
that.
happened to me.
It can't even.
That's
I
been
promise
my
you.
journey.
You guys are
Mine's
sitting there
too.
talking, and it's almost like I see you talking, I hear what you're saying, but in my mind, I can't even. It's not registering to me.
But it
We
happens
have
every
been
day
broken.
in
because
America.
they are set in their own mindset,
Right.
and that mindset is, as long as I've got a man, I'm going to put up whatever I have to put up
That's it.
so I can say I got a man. But once you put in your mind that, hey, you've got to do something, as they say, what are you bringing to the table? If you're not bringing nothing to the table but trying to go to bed with me all of that, what do we have? We have
Nothing.
nothing. So it's got to
Nothing.
be more values that, and the woman have to say, hey, enough is enough. I'm not going that route. We've got to change this channel. And until you
Next.
change that channel, things
The
are going
same
to be
old
like
thing.
that.
Right.
And
That's
if
the
you're gonna
solution.
babysit him, he's going to take that and he's going to eat it up.
That's
you
what it
are
is.
the one that's got to change
That's
it.
it.
You.
He's not
That's
the
the
problem
solution.
at that
That's
point.
right.
You are.
You are the
You
problem.
are.
You are.
Absolutely. Because you allow that to happen. You disrespect yourself for one, and you allow that to happen. And if you allow that to happen, you will allow anything to happen. And you
That's
will
true.
accept anything.
That's
But
true.
what that will do is, ladies, that if you have a man that's not working and you're bringing everything home, what that does is that cripples you from going higher, because you cannot progress because you're taking care of that man and everything is out of order. When things are out of order, you cannot progress.
Right.
I mean,
You can't
progress.
I mean, not only
It's
that,
holding
it's
you back.
stressful. It's stressful. If you're taking care of this man, it is very stressful. And why would you stress yourself out? Because cancer don't play.
And you know what? Also, I've had someone come to me to borrow from me, but they have a husband. And my thought process is, you have a husband. I'm a
whole
female
husband at
just
that.
like you.
A whole husband in
I'm
that.
a female like you,
You ain't taking care
and
of
you
business.
got a husband.
You ain't taking care of
I didn't
business.
say it, but that's my thought. And I said, I didn't say I don't have it. I just said, I can't do it. I can't do it. And that was my answer to her. Because when you, like you said, the stress, you have a man at home, you're doing it by yourself. You're going to run into some problem at some point. You understand? But now you can't even go out and ask for help.
You got a
That
man.
you would have normally have gotten help if you were single and by yourself.
But you got a nigga laying up
But
in
now
there.
you got a man living in your house, laying up under you, and now you're gonna go ask for help. Who is gonna help you?
And
knowing that man there
and
laying
that
up
is
under
true.
you.
And that is true. When you have a husband, you have a whole husband. And try to get help when you have a whole husband. For one, it just don't make sense.
He should be the one out
he's
there
the one
asking
that
for
should be
help for his family.
asking
Right,
for
right.
help And doing for his family.
That's because you didn't marry a man. You married a boy.
That's right. And
You
there
married a
is difference.
narcissistic boy.
There's a difference between a man
And a boy.
Well, send the boy back to his mama.
That's what you
Absolutely.
do.
And that's what you got to do. But if you keep feeding him, all they're
Listen.
going to do is just keep eating.
Okay.
Eating,
All I
eating,
got to
and
say
eating.
is, his mama may still have breast milk. Okay.
Well, is he working? That's the thing. Is he working? And both of them working. I can understand people coming upon on hard times, and if he has gone out there and asked and exhausted his. It's just something that just came up. It's something that got to be done.
We're talking about a man that's living in your house that's not working.
That's not
haven't been working.
And don't look for work.
Okay, but let's talk about that, though. I'd like to talk about that, though.
And don't want to work.
What about a man that makes less than you? So you just brought up a good point. So a lot of us are out here working hard, make good money, but maybe our husband doesn't make half of what we make, or even a
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
So that's okay
because he's going to work. I'm okay with that.
Well, see, the thing of it is, when I'm like you, but I'm not. Let me just tell you why I'm not.
To each his own.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with her. But let me tell you why I'm with her. Because the thing of it is, when you make more than that man becomes inferior of you. And then he start acting stupid and stuff like that. And so my thing is, and my professor told me this a long time ago, you shouldn't date somebody that's not in the same field that you in.
No. Not even the same field.
That don't have nothing common in you.
In the same economic class bracket
as you.
In the same economic class bracket.
But he
it
can
does
get another
more than
job.
one thing. No.
He can get 2 jobs.
Listen. No. You know why? You know why?
Right.
It takes away from the family.
Right.
Now he working 2 jobs and he's never there, or he too tired.
Right.
So y'all can't have a true family time, whatever.
Right.
You need to date somebody in your same economic class bracket.
Okay.
And usually it comes with the same educational level.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
So you can't get with a homeless man, huh? Homeless.
I totally agree with it, because when you date, not date somebody per se that he doesn't have that much money that you have, but it does make a difference.
Now let me tell you about the rich man.
I have always tried to date somebody that at least has something in common with me, because one thing for sure, if say for instance, I take my magazine for business. If that person have the same thought that I have with that magazine, we can grow together.
Right.
We can make an empire.
Even if he makes less.
And that will be our empire.
Right.
But if he's doing something totally different, something totally that is not even on your
You're
level,
not even.
you're not
evenly
grow.
yoked. You're not evenly yoked.
And the Bible even states that you need to be equally yoked.
Let me tell you.
You're not going to grow. It's just going to be
you're not growing together. Then
I can see somebody
Go ahead,
making
Antoinette.
a little less than what you do, but if one person can add on to, and if they have the credit,
I'm not doing it.
But this is the thing.
When
you get with somebody,
you mean a score?
you meet someone and you tell, and
850.
So what you do is when you meet that person, you gotta say what you want and what you don't want.
Right.
But when we come to the table, we gotta talk about finances.
And,
Hold up.
Yeah, because you know what?
This ain't gonna work out for you.
And the first thing a man want to holler.
You're gonna be homeless.
The first thing they want to holler, oh, she a gold digger.
Right.
Listen here. I dug for gold in high school. I'm not digging for that now. I'm grown. Okay?
Right.
I dug for that in high school.
This is the thing. When you're with a man, and as you said, Annette, and everybody else said, you got to know, for one, you got to know what you're bringing to the table.
Right.
You got to know what your credit score is, because if you got bad credit and she got bad credit,
it ain't going. We ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna say this
because we can't even buy a peanut.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say this. If the man is making the money and he got bad credit, maybe he just landed the opportunity to make more, whatever. Credit can be fixed.
Yes, it can.
Credit can be fixed.
Yes, it
that's
can.
Fine. You're right. As long as that can be fixed, and you could come from where did it start at 342?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, whatever it could be at the very bottom.
Yes.
He could, now that he making that money, or you know, he could get that could be fixed.
Right.
And whatever and after 7 years, it's gonna roll off anyway.
That's right.
He's gonna start from scratch.
That's
really.
right.
But so I ain't worried about no credit score.
Right.
But
You
this
gotta
right
have
here,
something.
you're not gonna come home.
Right, with nothing.
You're not gonna come home making $50,000 a year, throwing that on my table.
Yeah.
Okay, you take that down the street.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe Keisha.
Maybe Keisha.
Not
won't.
down the street, no.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so does ambition count?
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
Well, they gotta be.
Yes.
Right.
They gotta be ambitious.
Yes.
Because they not ambitious.
Look,
you're not going
look,
to go
Grease a
anywhere.
catalyst.
You gotta be. This is my thing. This is my thing with anybody.
Faith
in
without
a
work
relationship.
So, ladies,
Faith without work is dead.
Ladies,
but you gotta be
our
able
time
to
has
build
come.
a castle.
Okay.
You
Our
gotta be
time
able
has
to build a
come.
castle.
I enjoyed
We'll
this.
probably be talking about this. Our time has come to an end. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Please share us, click like, don't like, whatever. But please join us again next Saturday, the same time, same place. These are my amazing friends, and all we're saying is thank you and have a phenomenal day.
Have a phenomenal
Have a
day.
phenomenal day.
Be phenomenal.
Hey, how are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The number's at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too.